What's going on, you guys? My name is Hartley, and in this video we're going to walk through the 6 different publicly traded magic mushroom companies as well as the 2 that I am currently invested in. Here is everything you need to know. Okay, so let's just talk about the industry real quick. I am super bullish on this industry because Canada and the USA have just began basically legalizing and permitting the research and use of these different drugs in these 2 countries. And so this is kind of like what happened with cannabis. However, I truly believe that there's a much smaller black market when it comes to these particular drugs, and there is a much larger medical benefit. And so it's going to be really interesting to see how things unfold here. However, there are more and more companies entering the space all the time. So in this video, I'm going to go through 6 public companies, but I'm sure there are countless private companies right now that we just don't know about. And then on top of that, this is a completely untapped market. None of this research or experimentation was able to be legally permitted before, and now we are at the point where somebody can hopefully capitalize on it, and one of these businesses can commercialize it, and hopefully we're invested in it. So in this video, what I want to do for you is bring 6 companies to your attention. I am not saying they're good or bad investments. I am saying these are the 6 companies that I am watching, and I'm currently invested in 2 of them that I will share with you at the end of this video. But if you get any value out of this, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. I sincerely appreciate it, and my only goal here is to make you more money by giving you advice, tips, and tricks to make more money in the stock market. So if that's something you're into, hit those buttons. I sincerely appreciate it. And here we go. Number 1 is Compass Pathways. Now I'm going to start with the largest company by market cap, and then we're going to work our way down. That's how these 6 companies are organized right now. And Compass Pathways currently trades at $34 with a market cap of $1.18 billion. They are the only billion-dollar company on this list. Everything else is much smaller, and so they are currently in phase 2B of a psilocybin drug that is designed to treat depression. And so it's designed to treat treatment-resistant depression, and it's supposed to be pretty powerful. They also did a recent IPO about a month or 2 ago, and that is kind of what brought a lot of attention to this industry. It kind of shined a light on all the different companies that are coming up right now, and I would say it raised the industry's profile a little bit, and now we are really going to see what happens over the next few months as some of these companies really start to get approvals on these drugs. Compass Pathways is definitely in the lead, or at least one in the lead. They have a phase 2B drug, and the only other company that has that is the next one in line, which is Mind Medicine. Now this company has gained a lot of publicity over the last little while. They have investors like Bruce Linton from Canopy Growth Corporation, as well as Kevin O'Leary from the Dragon's Den. So they have a little bit of they have some names behind them. They're currently priced at $1.17, and their market cap is $328 million. So they're like a quarter or maybe a third of the size as the last company. They're not very large in comparison at all. However, they are much larger than the rest of the companies on this list again. So really interesting, the scale and the spectrum of the size of the companies that you can invest in when you're looking at this. So these guys are worth $328 million as I make this video. They also have a phase 2B drug, and they also have 6 different drugs in their pipeline. If you go to their website, you can actually research it a little bit, and they actually have drugs that do psilocybin, so magic mushrooms. They also have LSD, MDMA, and DMT. So they are really experimenting with a lot of different things, and they're kind of trying to fill that pipeline up right now. They also have a lot of cash in the bank. They've been raising some money pretty heavily lately. So really interesting company, and we're going to go on to the next one now, and that one is Field Trip Health. So this one is currently priced at $4.10, market cap of $155 million, so about half the size of Mind Medicine. They're currently preclinical, so they are not phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. They are preclinical, trying to get to that point. They have a psilocybin drug. However, they are currently offering treatments with ketamine. So that means that they have facilities, they're currently offering treatments, and they have a customer base, which is really unique, because hopefully when they roll out their drugs, they'll be able to integrate that into their existing operations, and it could give them a strategic advantage. So that is one play that is kind of interesting. That is Field Trip Health. The next one is Champignon Brands. So these guys are priced at 43 cents. Their market cap is $73 million. So again, about half the size of the company ahead of them. Their progress is preclinical as well. However, they are also offering ketamine treatments, but their Canadian stock has a cease trade order on it. It was basically like, hey, you need to disclose this information, and they're going back and forth with the BC regulators right now to remove this cease trade order. But I believe you cannot buy it in Canada. I think you can buy it on the US exchange or some other exchange. I don't currently hold this stock. It has been kind of interesting to me, but it doesn't seem like the best opportunity at the moment right now. However, things could change pretty quickly here. So Champignon Brands, you definitely want to have it on your radar. They are a Canadian Canada-based brand, and I believe they're based in BC, so definitely put it on your watch list. The next one is Revive Therapeutics. So this company is priced at 22 cents. Their market cap right now is $43.9 million. So again, much smaller, and they are currently in phase 1, which is kind of unique. However, their key focus here, or one of their key focuses, is actually on an oral strip. So what's kind of cool about this is it's kind of like a Crest breath strip. However, you put it on your tongue, and it is dosed with between 1 and 20 grams of a psilocybin type drug, and that way you can administer the same amount every single time. You don't have to worry about pills or grinding up mushrooms or drying them out, anything like that. It is just an oral strip, and it is designed to help other companies test out their drugs as well as administer drugs for Revive Therapeutics. Really interesting thing. They're also developing a COVID-19 drug. I believe it is called bucilamine. I don't know enough about it to really comment on it and compare it to, let's say, the Pfizer announcement that just came out. So I'm gonna put it out here for you to do the research. I don't know enough about it to give you a full opinion on the COVID-19 drug and how it's gonna work in comparison, but they do have it in development. They also have a couple other drugs in development, but the closest that I've seen right now is the phase 1 with the psilocybin drug. The oral strip is behind that, and I believe they have a couple more in progress as well. Now, the last company on the list is a company called Light Holland Group. They are the lowest market cap. They are the lowest price. You can get into these guys for 8 cents. It's a $17 million company. So again, it's about half the size of the next one. But the cool thing about these guys is they are traded in Canada, but they are basically operating in the Netherlands, where, as you know, mushrooms, or truffles as they're called, is completely legal. You can walk into a smart shop and you can go in and buy them in Amsterdam, or basically a couple other places as well, and you can go around and you can trip on truffles all day long. And so these guys are super interesting. They are basically commercializing that. They're traded in Canada. They're currently basically developing a microdosing kit. So it's kind of like think of like a pack of cigarettes, except instead of cigarettes, it has like one little capsule that you just pop in your mouth. It's like a pill that you take, and it's a tiny little microdose that if you take long enough over a period of time, consistently, hopefully it has a changing effect on your body or your mental state. I believe that is the idea behind it. However, I'm sure it will change over time. They currently have a 3,000 square foot facility. Really interesting concept, really nice branding, and one of the only companies that is currently delivering a product right now. However, market cap is $17 million, but if they can scale up overseas and then regulations change in North America, they could be extremely well positioned to expand later on. They also have Bruce Linton as their chairman of the board, which I find really interesting. He's the old CEO of Canopy. He is involved in MindMed, and he's also the chairman of Light Holland. So a couple different things that you can sort of piece together there. A lot of these companies are connected in some way. However, they vary drastically in size. You can invest in a $17 million company or a $1.1 billion company. So it really depends on your strategy. Now, my strategy has been a little bit different. I have gone for kind of that middle rung. So I have personally invested into Mind Medicine and Field Trip. So I bought into Field Trip just a couple days ago. I want to say I'm up about 10%, and I bought into Mind Medicine probably about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. I doubled my money, and now I am playing with all profit. So if you want to see any of those videos or check it out, you definitely need to check out my other videos on YouTube and consider signing up for my Discord chat. It is a community of traders designed to share their ideas, their resources, and their questions. And what I do is I try to answer as many questions as I can, as well as share my technical analysis and the trades that I am making. So if you're interested in seeing any of that, definitely check out the link below to sign up for my Discord chat. It is $5 per month, and I would love to have you there. I also have a stock market course that is hosted on Skillshare, and it is completely free when you sign up for Skillshare. You get 2 weeks completely free to do the course. It's an 8-hour course, so if you can do the whole thing in 2 weeks, you cancel your subscription. If you don't cancel, it's like $12 a month after that, but you get access to the entire platform, including courses on everything you could think of. So if you're interested in a stock market course, definitely check that out. It is a $0 investment, and it will not be a waste of your time. I completely promise. And if you're interested in the Discord chat afterwards, definitely consider signing up. We've got a great community there, and everybody is posting almost every day, including me. So definitely consider that. Now, in summary, I think this industry has huge medical potential, and I think it has long-term recreational potential. We are never going to see magic mushrooms sold in pot shops or in liquor stores, not in the near future, at least in North America. However, that already exists in Europe, so I do think that that could transfer over at some point, but I do think this industry in general is in its early days. I think if you get in now, you're getting in extremely early. We could see it drop, but I think long term, the only thing this industry is going to do is grow, especially if we start to see 1, 2, 3 drugs make it through phase 3 approvals with FDA approvals. That is only going to inspire everybody else, and I think we're going to see a flood of investments into the market if that is the case. That has not been proven yet, but if that is the case, I think we could be in for a major run. So I am currently invested in this market. I think you should consider it, or at least put these companies on your watch list. You need to dive into each of these companies, do your own due diligence, figure out what their strategy is. I am just making this video to bring it to your attention, but if you get any value out of it, please consider liking and subscribing to this video. I sincerely appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.